Hello, and thank you for joining us today. We are talking about Bible prophecy, and if you take a literal reading of the Bible, you'll see that we are in the end times because what God said would happen has happened, and you can see it with your eyes. You can see it just plainly. So let's start in Deuteronomy 32:32. For their vine, of the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah, their grapes, grapes of gall, their clusters bitter. And what we've said is the vine of Sodom is all around us. The vine of the last days, the people have built a vine of the last days. It says in 2 Timothy that the people of the last days would do like the magicians of Egypt. And what the magicians of Egypt did when they opposed Moses is they did in like manner with their enchantments. So the people of the last days will do in like manner with their enchantments to the truth. And Christ is the truth. Christ is the true vine. He is the He is the sure foundation. He is the cornerstone. He is the light of the world. And so what the people of the last days have done, they have done in like manner with their enchantments. They have built their own vine and become the branches in it. They have their own foundation. It's electricity. It is the cornerstone of their world. It is the light of their world. They have done in like manner with their enchantments. And here's their vine, for their vine, of the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes, grapes of gall, their clusters bitter. So we see an image here, the vine of Sodom. Now we're going to look at the vine of Sodom today. Sodom. Sodom is H5467. The word Sodom actually means burning, and this corresponds to the wires, because the wires themselves, the wires that the electricity flows down, the wires the electricity travels down to get to you, to get to your device, to get to your house, are called hot. It is the hot wire, the hot contact. It is literally called hot. So if you can imagine the wiring all over America, the major wires down to the small wires, down to the smallest wires in the devices. If their electricity is traveling down those wires, they are called hot. And the vine of Sodom, the vine of burning, you could see this. The vine of burning that is all around us. It has wrapped up around us. It is the vine of Sodom. So now thinking that the vine of Sodom is the vine of burning and these things are called hot, the wires are called hot. Just imagine you're in the midst of it. It is the vine. It is the vine. Their vine. Their vine, of the vine of Sodom, vine of burning, and of the fields of Gomorrah. The fields, the electromagnetic fields, the wiring, that is the vine of the last days. Those two things together make the vine of the last days. And that is what the people abide in. It is what they live in. It is what they have become the branches in. Now, the word Sodom is H5467. This corresponds to G5467. G5467 is the Greek word chalepos, which is translated perilous. The vine of Sodom, burning. H5467 is numbered with perilous. Perilous, as in 2 Timothy. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. That is right. The word Sodom, the vine of Sodom, Sodom is numbered with the word perilous, and that only occurs 2 times, and 1 time is here where it's describing the last days. And if we remember when we followed this verse down, that was verse 1. If you go down to verse 8, this is where it tells you what the people of the last days will do. It says, now, as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. And it says, they shall proceed no further. It says, their folly shall be manifest unto all, as theirs also was. So the people of the last days will only go as far as Jannes and Jambres did in that sense. They will proceed no further. And their folly, their madness will be manifest, will be shown to all, as Jannes and Jambres also was. So we see this follows a pattern. And we see the pattern we've already seen in other videos, the 400-year pattern, for instance. There's 400 years between when God tells Abraham or Abram that his seed will be a stranger in a land not theirs, 400 years. And then Moses came, and then the magicians of Egypt pushed back against Moses after the 400 years. You see the same pattern in the last days, in our time. You see Columbus, 1492, 400 years. People from Columbus forward, the name of Christ was in this land 400 years, in a land not theirs. 400 years to 1892. At 1892, you get the World's Columbian Exposition, or actually that's in the following year, 1893, the World's Columbian Exposition. which they introduced electricity to the world as far as citywide electricity. They built a city called the Magic City. The wizards, the electrical wizards of the day, Edison and Tesla, they helped build the city, the Magic City. It follows the pattern set in the Bible. It follows the pattern, the 400 years and then the judgment. And you see it in the history books, you see it in the Old Testament, you see it in the Bible. Now, their vine, the vine of the last days, is the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes of gall, their clusters bitter. We've seen this all around us. We can see it. The people of the last days have heaped up treasure together for the last days. Their devices themselves actually testify against them. They do the work. They testify against themselves, and they have shown that we are in the last days because God has put the writing on the wall for all to see. This kingdom is numbered, and you can see it all around you. Thank you very much for joining this video, and please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. You can check out my other videos on YeshuaIsComing.com or on signofFire.com. Until next time, thank you.